Good morning guys, in this video I'm gonna show you how you can make really easy Facebook ad campaigns that you will get sales in the first day. I use this very same process to test products really fast. I really like it because you know in the next day if you have a winning product or not. And with a budget of about $30 a day you can expect 3 to 5 sales in your first day if your product is good. If not, you will know fast and you can move on to the next product. Before we jump into my computer and I show you the exact ad process I use, you will need to have ads already made before you start this. I recommend using viral e-com ads. I use them all the time for my dropshipping products. They're really good, I think. I always buy the split test package and you get 4 videos that are slightly different but still the same. And this way you can really test your products really fast with different creatives and you will know in the next day if you have a winning product or not. Okay, when you got your ads, you will have to go into your business manager. I have mine open right here as you can see. I have one campaign for my product running here with 3 different ad sets. And it all comes down to targeting with this setup. I'm using very broad targeting here because guys, to be honest, the things have changed in the Facebook ads game. You no longer need to have really specific, super targeted targeting. Nowadays, the more broad, the better. As you can see here, I have one ad set with no targeting at all, and it's performing really good as well. I have 3 purchases reported here in the ads manager, but actually I got more like 5 or 6 sales, I think. 2 sales didn't get recorded because of the iOS 14 update. But anyways, as I mentioned before, I'm using very broad targeting because nowadays Facebook knows better than you do who your customers are. So you don't want to limit Facebook algorithm by using very narrow targeting. Nowadays, the broader the better. So I have a product in makeup and beauty niche, and as you can see, I'm using very broad targeting. First of all, I'm targeting Netflix interest. It's just a very broad interest that many dropshippers target, and it usually gets you sales. Also, I have an ad set with no targeting at all, so I didn't put anything in the detailed targeting window. So the audience for this ad set is more than 150 million. I'm basically targeting every woman in the United States of America. So it's very broad targeting, and as you can see, I got 1 sale right here. Also, I'm targeting makeup and hair, which is the narrowest interest I have, and it's also about 50 million. So I'm very broad with this as well. Okay guys, now I'm going to show you the ad set setup in more depth. I'm running 3 ad sets in this campaign. Each ad set is spending 10 euros a day. In my honest opinion, I think that $10 or 10 euros is the minimum that you should go with, because your cost per purchase is unlikely to go lower than $8 a day. So you want to set a $10 or 10 euro a day budget to get at least 1 sale a day for an ad set. When you set your budget, you're going to want to set your audience. As I mentioned before, the broader the better nowadays. As you can see right here, I have no targeting that is reaching 60 million people, which is very broad. All I did was set the gender to woman because the product is in beauty niche. Also, I set the age from 21 to 50 years old because I think that age has the most purchasing power in the United States. I always leave on the detailed targeting expansion because that increases the potential reach, and I think the more reach you give to Facebook, the better the algorithm is at finding your buyers nowadays. So the more the reach, the better. Let's move on to the placements. Nothing's changed here. You want to disable everything except Facebook news feeds. You don't want any of this stuff that Facebook automatically selects for you. So guys, trust me, just select Facebook news feed here. Everything else you're gonna leave default, and then you're gonna create your ad. As I mentioned before, when you order your ads from viral e-com ads, you will get 4 different videos. So I've created 4 different ads here, as you can see. They're all basically the same ad, but the first 5 seconds of each video has changed slightly. That's called a scroll stopper, and you really want to experiment with that because the first 5 seconds of a video is what catches people's attention. And what I did as a primary text is just 1 sentence, and I found that this works really well because it emulates the other posts that are on Facebook nowadays. You mostly have video content with just 1 sentence that's kind of used to grab your attention. Here I have shocking way to get perfect eyebrows easily. If my potential buyer has this problem, this sentence really captures their attention and works extremely well. As a headline, I have a call to action, 50% off in our spring sale. That's just the standard stuff you should have. And of course, the URL to your product. That's about it. When you create your ad, all you have to do is quickly duplicate it 4 times and change the video and thumbnail. When that's done, you want to publish your ad and let it run for 24 hours, or let it spend about $15 per ad set before you make your conclusion. If your ads are good and your product is good, you will get sales with this setup because it works extremely well now with Facebook algorithm. If you're not getting sales with this setup, there can be many problems. Maybe the product is too saturated, maybe your ads are not good, maybe your store is not good. There are a lot of things you could be troubleshooting, so before you start running ads, make sure your store is in top shape. Also, don't make your ads yourself. Order them from Viral Ecom Ads or Bands of Ads or many other services. Even Fiverr offers to create ads for you. So don't waste your time making ads that won't perform good. Just buy them from someone else. For me personally, this ad setup brought in 5 sales in the first day, so it works extremely well at the moment. So guys, if you're starting your own dropshipping store, when your store is done, please use this setup to test your product. It works really fast. You don't have to wait 3 days like other people say you do. Facebook works really fast nowadays if you give it a big audience to work with. That's key here. You need to make sure your audiences and your reach is really huge. I'm talking more than 50 million per interest, and if you give Facebook this space to work with, the algorithm will do its magic. It will find your buyers if your product and your ad is good. That about wraps up the video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you're interested in this kind of content about making money online, about dropshipping, about Facebook ads, please consider subscribing. Thanks.